Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
Okay, a big story we're following this whole week has been the heat, hasn't it?
Yeah, no debate, Cedric. It is hot. Hot.
Yeah, I think we can all agree with that there. It is hot, and it looks to remain hot as we go throughout the next couple of days, folks. But there is, some glimmers of hope out there. We just got to look closely to find them, right? Now, the sunshine will return for our Wednesday. It's looking primarily dry for the rest of this week. Now, that's good news if you've got some ball practices or if you want to get out and do some exercising or hiking outside. Hey, the weather is looking dry, so you want to stain the deck, do a little work around the yard. Yeah, that's pretty good stuff, right? Now, we are tracking a late week front that's going to arrive Friday into Friday night, but I don't want you to get too excited about that front because really we're talking about more record heat potential in the days ahead. Now, let's talk about today because, yes, depending on where you were, it was either comfortable or it was downright hot again out there. Central and southern sections of the state, it was hot again. There's no doubt about it. In fact, 99 degrees in St. George. That was significant because we were watching that number. If it would have hit 100 degrees, it would be the first time ever in the month of October that it actually hit 100, but it stayed at 99, so there's that. Now, 79 degrees in Salt Lake City, that's pretty comfortable. It got up to 77 in Logan, 85 in Price, and 73 degrees in Wendover. Vernal had about 80 degrees as well. Now, we've got this dry air in place. So the thing about dry air is it heats up quickly during the day, and then it cools off quickly at night. So even if it gets very warm during the day, you can still see some decent temperatures at night, and that's what we're seeing out there. Look at this, down to 49 degrees right now in Logan. We've got 63 in Salt Lake City, 58 in Heber, 58 in Provo, 73 in Hanksville, Escalante at 71 degrees, Cedar City at 66, and we've got 67 in Blanding. So everyone's kind of cooling down. Even St. George, 85 degrees. Remember, you're at 99 today, so that's a pretty decent drop since the sun's gone down. Now, by tomorrow morning, it gets even cooler. So we'll say you bottom out around 47 in Logan, but how about 39 in Rock Springs, 44 in Vernal, 58 Salt Lake City, 55 in Provo, 47 in Delta, and even St. George. We think you get down to about 66 degrees by tomorrow morning. Now, tomorrow afternoon, that's a different story. Again, that dry air is back in place, so we're back up to that 80 to 85 range here across the northern half of the state, and then the mid-80s to upper 90s, especially by the southwestern part of the state, by tomorrow afternoon. In fact, speaking of the southwestern half of the state, St. George, a record high temperature is possible. You could either tie or break a record high Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, yeah, we could talk about 5 new records being set in the coming days. That's just outrageous heat. How about in Salt Lake City? Well, it looks like the only day that we have a good chance of breaking a record is going to be on Friday, but I wouldn't put it out of the realm of any possibility for any of these days with it being so hot. So above normal temperatures, that's a pretty good likelihood all the way through the first 10 days of October with below normal precipitation. And as you can see, we had a little bit of rain in September, a couple of days, but most of the month was dry, and we finished well below average for the month. And for the year, we're not doing too well as well. But high pressure will continue to keep us dry here in the coming days, dry and hot. And then this front right here moves through, and that's when we could start to see maybe a little bit of change, a little glimmer of hope for us here as we get towards that time frame there. So in St. George, sunshine, temperatures 99, 98, 97. It's going to stay hot with near record highs, and the Wasatch Front, guys, is looking hot as well at maybe 89 on Friday. That could be a record high. First time we hit 90 if we hit 90 in October if we do that. So.
Do alarm bells go off in the weather office when you hit a record?
Oh, always. We watch it closely. I mean, we forewarn you on everything. We're forewarned when there's a chance of record highs. We're alert.